Now we're going to talk about the signs that you want to look out for. So when I say signs, I'm particularly talking about looking at your skin, looking at your moles, and there are certain things that you want to be aware of. So this is another takeaway that if you don't take anything else away from this topic today, I do hope you remember these signs because it could be helpful to you, it could be helpful to someone else. They do fall into and are categorized in an easy way to remember. It's A, B, C, D, and E. A stands for, I'm gonna have a visitor. A stands for asymmetrical. So when you're thinking about a mole, it's whether one half is equal to the other half. So if it's an asymmetrical kind of mole, that's a concern. And then B stands for border, which kind of alludes to a little bit asymmetrical, but basically if it has a jagged border, that is also a concern. And then C stands for color, which is it a uniform color, or does within the mole it change color tints? So that's also a concern. And then moving on to D stands for diameter, which anything larger than a P is a concern. And then last one is E, which stands for evolving, which basically means it's changing. So the important part about evolving is you have to know what you started with. So that is part of prevention, is doing skin checks regularly to notice any changes. So changes would be change in size. It could be that they're itching and bleeding, that anything that's a change. So any of those signs, particularly if you have all of those signs, and particularly all within the same mole, that would be a huge cue that you at least want to meet with your primary care doctor, but more than likely you're going to want to end up meeting with a dermatologist. So again, I really hope, again, if you take nothing away from today, that you remember those.